So I have been wanting to do a hair growth challenge for myself. I'm interested in growing my hair 12 to 24 more inches, like within the next 2 years. I thought it would be the best thing to record my little journey, right? And you guys benefit because everyone's like, what do you do to your hair? What do you put in your hair? How often do you wash your hair? And it's easier for me to show you than it is for me to tell you. So you guys can go along with me, maybe try out some of the things that I'm trying and see what results you have for your hair. This is where my hair is right now. Well, it's crinkly, obviously, so it's not gonna be like, and it's full of glory.
If you could see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back.
So, what I want to start with, if you guys are following along and starting your own hair growth journey, is things that you need to stop doing like immediately if you plan on growing your hair. It would be such a shame to actually have growth and then have to cut it off because you've been damaging your hair all along. So, 5 quick things to stop doing in order to maximize your hair growth. Shoulder shimmies. No, that's not really one. So clipping your ends does not make your hair grow. I hear that all the time, like, oh, you just clip your ends. Well, it don't matter, your hair gonna grow back so fast now. And it's like, no, it's not. That has nothing to do with your hair growth. Once hair leaves outside of your scalp, it is completely dead. And anything that you do to it is just maintenance to make it stay thick, for it to stay shiny, for it to stay even, things like that. But nothing will ever make your hair grow outside of your head. So that's completely false. Also, another thing with clipping your ends is people are getting it done way too often, or you're having to get it done so often because you are damaging your hair. Hair does not need to be trimmed every 2 to 3 weeks, every 4 to 6 weeks. As of now, I've been clipping my own ends or going to a salon maybe once or twice a year, and I want to altogether not have to get my ends clipped. But that just depends on how well you're taking care of your hair. Obviously, if you're being really rough with your hair, if you're using a lot of heat and chemicals and things like that, your ends will get damaged quickly and you'll have to get frequent clips. But the point is to love your hair and take care of it so that's not needing to happen. So just don't damage your hair, and you don't need clips. Even if your stylist says you should get it clipped this often, no, you shouldn't. No one has an amount of time to which they need to get their ends clipped. And keep in mind that the different lengths of your hair is not split ends. I know a lot of people think that when their hair is different lengths, that's split ends. A split end is when one single strand of hair actually starts to tear and break. Don't ever detangle your hair while it's dry. I have heard a few stylists say they prefer to detangle hair while it's dry, and that is one of the worst things that you can do to hair. It's so damaging. It's so damaging. Hair has its best chance of foregoing any damage if it's elastic, and the thing that makes your hair most elastic is moisture. For me, obviously, if your hair is styled like in a blowout or something like this, I'm obviously not going to go wash my hair to detangle it because then the style is messed up. But when you are doing your wash day, you don't detangle dry hair first and then go wash it. You always saturate your hair. People detangle their hair and they comb it out and they're like, so much of my hair came out. And there's natural shedding that should happen. I think it's like 50 to 100 strands of hair a day. I probably lose like 100 strands of hair a day. But some people are losing way more hair than you need to, and you wonder why your hair is thin, and it's because, like, dude, you ripping it out. Like, moisturize your hair, and I mean, like, slap a stupid amount of water, butter, not like food butter, I mean like hair butter, but oils, whatever you need to. I prefer water and like a really cheap conditioner that has a lot of slip. That way I'm like not in danger of doing any damage to my hair. But never detangle it while it's dry. Never allow a stylist to detangle it while it's dry, unless it's like in a style that is very easy to comb through. And the less that you are combing through and brushing through your hair anyway, the less damage you're doing to it. And while we're focusing on the detangling of dry hair, always make sure that you are detangling your hair from the ends up to the root. I see a lot of people and they start combing their hair from the top, and it's like, even when it's not me, it just makes me cringe because I'm like, I can feel the pain of hair when it's not being treated right. You always want to start from the bottom, and I do mean, like, if I was to detangle my hair right now, I would get down and start at this little inch here, And I would gradually go up inch by inch and detangle through. And if anytime I felt a snag, I would stop and just gently piece it apart with my hands. Never comb through snags. Never ever. Even when your hair is wet, even when it's at its most elastic, you always want to make sure that you are starting from the bottom.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
But no, you want to start from the bottom up to the top, okay? So ends to roots. And never, never, ever, ever, ever should you ever detangle your hair while it's dry. Hair vitamins don't necessarily make your hair grow. And here's why. So the FDA does not regulate hair vitamins. And what that means to you is that they can make whatever claims they want to on the bottle, right? That it can give you volume and increase your length in 3 months and whatever. The point is, it's not accurate, and it doesn't have to be. It's just marketing. If you are taking something that boasts of hair growth, it should be from the FDA because they actually have to validate those claims. But most of these hair vitamins don't actually substantiate those claims at all. The thing with hair vitamins is it's harder for our body to absorb. But not only that, when we aren't having a balanced diet, your hair is one of the least important things to your body. So it will be one of the very last places that your body is going to send nutrients ever. And it doesn't matter if you are taking hair vitamins. It's not like it's going to say, okay, I'm going to go straight to her hair. It doesn't work like that. Vitamins, whether they are coming from food, whether they're coming from supplements, it's going to go to the most important organs in your body first. So if you're having a poor diet, your hair will never see those hair vitamins anyway. You're just doing it just to make yourself feel better. And maybe you're so hopeful that you think you have growth when you actually don't have anything besides the normal growth. So the best thing that you can actually do is just eat healthy. Consume fruit, vegetables, and drink tons and tons of water. And once your body is used to having itself in a healthy state, then it's like, okay, it's fine for me to send those extra vitamins to the hair. It's fine for me to send those vitamins to the nails. You see this? And these aren't fake. So your body feels comfortable enough to send it those other places because it knows it's not going to miss out. Because there's no, and don't think that there's anything like, there's no such thing as extra vitamins. So it's not like if you are already eating a healthy diet, you don't need the vitamins because it's just going to flesh out. Anything that your body is not going to use, it's going to get rid of. So if it feels like it's had enough nutrients, it's not going to keep absorbing them and just send them to these extra places. They will all flesh out. So if you're having a poor diet, your hair isn't getting it anyway because it's going to your vital organs. If you are eating a healthy diet, then you're not getting it anyway because your body doesn't need it, so it's going to flush out. I think that hair vitamins are a waste of money. I've tried several different ones in the past and I didn't see any big difference, but I have always seen a difference, especially the last 2 years with the change in my diet. Always give your body nutrients from food, fruit, vegetables, and water. And if you're just wanting to spend money on some hair care things, invest in something that's going to make your hair shinier. Invest in heat protection spray. Invest in top-notch, styling products that make it easier and puts less damage on your hair. But things like hair vitamins is very unnecessary. Heat protection spray is so necessary. A lot of times people aren't using heat protection spray because they don't like the way that it feels. I was one of those people. I didn't like that it was sticky. I didn't like that it felt drying. I didn't like that it made my hair feel not as bouncy as I wanted it to be, but I realized that I was just using the wrong one. So if you need to shop around, I had to go through 6 of them before I found the right one, but it makes such a difference. Your hair does not register heat as some different thing depending on the source. So it's like, if you're going to the sauna, put heat protection spray in your hair. If you are taking a really hot shower and your hair is out, put heat protection spray in your hair. If you are flat ironing, pressing, sitting under a dryer, no matter what the heat source, just make sure, even if you're outside and like the sun is going to be beaming in your hair on a summer day, you want to put heat protection spray into your hair. It prevents it from, absorbing the heat and getting dried out, which obviously is going to lead to brittleness and damage to your ends. So always use a heat protection spray. Make it a regular part of your routine and you should be good. And the last one that I want to go over, it's not so much something that you have to do, but it's just the mind frame that you want to have if you are going to start a hair growth journey. So hair does not have a limit to which it can grow. I know a lot of black women, for example, think that, since your hair has always been a certain length or never gotten past a certain length, you think that it just can't grow past there, and it's false. If you are having a hard time with growing your hair, it's more likely your routine, it's more likely your diet, and so you just want to try different things. My hair has been, my entire life, and I'm normally someone that has long hair. It wasn't until I switched up some things in my hair care routine that I was able to get past a certain point. So just keep that in mind. Have a positive mind frame. Just dedicate yourself to trying something new. So I'm excited to start on my hair growth journey. I hope that you guys are too, and you can leave specific questions that you want answered. Let me know what type of videos you would like to see. So yeah, leave comments. Obviously, like and subscribe. I never wanted to be a person that said like and subscribe, but here we are. But this is me helping you. Help me help you. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Hopefully you can get 12 to 24 inches of hair too, right? And be playing in the mirror like this.